What's poppin'? Good morning. It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? It's raining, but I'm maintaining. You know what I mean? So today, I wanted to talk to y'all about my first judicial committee. Now, and back in my videos, if y'all can find it, I talked about why I got into my first judicial committee. To make a long story short, I stole a camera from work. I filmed myself banging my girlfriend at the time, accidentally left it on the counter at home. My mama saw the video, picked me up from work, and told me I needed to go confess the whole thing to the elders. Anyway, like I say, long story short, I have the whole story back in my videos. I think it's named My First Judicial Committee or something like that. But anyway, so I'm in there, right, with these 3 elders. I'm all by myself, you know. I think I had my suit on. Yeah, I think it was like right after one of the meetings or whatever. And in the back room, sitting there watching them, and they asking me these questions. Well, who started it? Now, of course, I started it, but what they didn't know is we've done it several times, but I'm just telling them it only happened this one time, you know, and I'm not telling them that it's on film, you know. I'm just telling them that I did this one thing this one time because I know my parents ain't gonna be coming in there asking no questions or nothing and giving up my rest of my story, you know what I'm saying? So I knew I had the upper hand as far as the narrative that they would get. Now, I also knew that, you know, they're supposed to be like, well, I thought they were inspired by Jehovah, and if I lie, I'm gonna definitely get this fellowship. So I'm like, I'm willing to risk it. Maybe I was always an apostate, I don't know. But anyway, I was like, you know, I'm gonna risk it. I'm just gonna go ahead and lie about the stuff that they can't prove, you know. So I'm sitting in there, they're like, Jay, so we're glad you were able to tell us, you know, but what happened? Did you start it? Did she start it? I'm like, well, she's worldly and she's not a Jehovah Witness, so she started it. That way, I don't have to get in no trouble. All right, well, how long did it last? Oh, it lasted only about 5 minutes. It lasted a couple hours. But I didn't tell them that. And also, when they were like, well, did you ejaculate? I'm like, goddamn, really? Y'all gonna ask me that? I was like, no, I didn't. I did. I absolutely did. Every time. But I didn't tell them I did, though, you know? So the entire time I'm sitting there and I'm just looking at this guy, and I don't even know why. Like, I'm in a judicial committee. I could possibly get this fellowship for what I've done, but my attention was not there. Like, I'm sitting there looking at this guy because the elder dude was like, I guess the lead elder or whatever, he's this big guy, right? And he had like these big old fat hands, and he had like hair on his knuckles right here. And I just, for some reason, I couldn't stop looking at it. Like, he had this little weird ring on, and I just kept thinking to myself, like, God, look at the buttons on his shirt. They could pop at any second and take an eye out or a tooth out, you know? And I'm supposed to be paying attention, but I just couldn't. Like, whenever he bring out the Bible, like, his hands were so big and fat, like the Bible looked like a little, like a recipe book in his hand. It was so small, and every time he tried to turn one page, he'd turn like 20 pages. And I'm sitting there like, God, brother, I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this. It's just, this is where my mind was during this judicial committee. You know, of course I was thinking like, man, if I get this fellowship, I can't go to these skating parties no more. This is gonna suck. It's gonna take me at least a year to get back. But I was also like, well, you know, in the upper hand, I didn't get caught by them or by somebody else, and my parents didn't tell them that I got caught. I was able to tell on myself. My mama, you know, she looked out for me, I guess, kind of. She was gonna rat me out if I didn't tell, but I told on myself, so I guess they kind of gave me the upper hand or whatever. And yeah, you know, so they asking me questions about body parts and whatnot, and was anybody else around, or did anybody else know? I'm like, no, nobody else know. You know, my parents knew, but I didn't tell them that. And yeah, I showed a couple of my friends the video, but not too many people knew about it. You know, very, very few people, and I told them nobody. So, so yeah, you know, it was pretty much it. But I just remember them just like, okay, you can get out now. And I got out, and they were supposed to be up there praying and discussing the whole thing. I'm like, you know what, I think I'm good. And I came back, and they told me I'm on private reproof. Woo! That means I didn't have to carry the mic no more. That means I didn't have to like do no prayers or nothing like that. I was good. I'm like, yes. I ain't got to hang out at y'all little stupid cleaning the hall things no more. At least I thought. Then I found out I still had to go out of field service and clean the hall. Like, I'm on private reproof. I shouldn't have to do nothing. But what did happen that I found out later was really funny, is that they start telling the sisters who I would date inside the congregation to be careful of me, you know. He's not spiritually strong. But what they didn't know is that I think that made the sisters more attractive to me, you know? Or made me more attractive to the sisters. Because I swear I started getting a lot more dates after that, you know? Because it's the same thing with me. If somebody were to come to me and say, hey, Jay, you know, be careful of her. She's not spiritually attractive. I mean, she's not spiritually strong. I found that quality very attractive as a Jehovah Witness. I'm like, hey, baby, I hear you're not spiritually strong. Well, I'm not either. That was a very good quality to me. I love that. I love seeing that. Like, ooh, look at that sister. I heard she haven't been out of field service in months. I said, ooh, really? Look at that sister over there wearing that inappropriate tight dress. I'm like, oh, man, she is not spiritually strong at all, is she? Me neither, baby. Yeah, man. Yeah. I was never meant to be a Jehovah Witness. I'm not built for it. I liked everything that I was supposed to hate, and I pretty much hated everything I was supposed to like. It was a weird relationship. It couldn't have been just me. I just was never built to be one, you know? I never liked it. And I really loved the stuff I was supposed to hate. It was crazy. I felt like I was a crazy individual. Couldn't have been that crazy though, right? It had its... all the things that I enjoyed about the religion were all the things that the religion would kick you out for. Like, seriously, like the skating parties and whatnot that, you know, it's supposed to be nice, wholesome Christian, Christian mingling. I can't think of the word right now. I'm sleepy. But they weren't wholesome at all. We'd get to the skating parties. We'd all meet up there. We'd have fun skating. And then afterwards, we'd like be in cars grinding or going, like dipping off into little spots. Everybody had their little spot they dip off to, and they'd have all their inappropriate fun, and nobody snitched on each other. Because like I say, my double life crew inside of the Jehovah Witness congregation was strong and many. It was a lot of us. No joke, it had to be at least 30 of us, I feel like. And we all, like, you know, we was in our group, and we'd get together at the assembly, and we'd be like so deep and just... I remember literally like them talking about, you know, walking around in loud groups at the assembly one time. I can't remember it like clearly, but I vaguely remember them saying, like, you know, like, you shouldn't be walking around in large groups and making a lot of noise. And I'm like, hold on, during the intermission, we can do as we please. But we didn't do it just during the intermission. We did it whatever I knew every time I went out into the, like, if I left the auditorium and I was in the back room, especially in like Romeoville, there was always somebody from my crew out there, either sitting on them tables or just hanging out together. And then, yeah, we'd always be in battle with them dumb people with the signs. Please take your seats. Please take your seats. Go stand somewhere else, idiot. We see your sign. We're not going nowhere. Anyway, man. Yeah, I'm getting off topic. But anyway, the main point is, my first judicial committee was very weird, you know? Having that big fat hand, the big guy as the leader of the judicial committee. It was weird looking at him, man. He had so much hair on his knuckles, and it was like he was old, so it was like some of the hairs was white. It was just a weird thing. I've never seen hairy knuckles. It ain't even really knuckles. I don't know what this is called, but hairy front fingers, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I hope y'all having a great day. It's your boy Jay the Comedian. Holla at your guala. Deuces.